and this is Yoga with Sandra. I am outside today and it's so beautiful, and I just want to invite you to join me for a nice flow. So let's get started. Go ahead and ground down into your sit bones. Maybe lift the booty out to the side so you can really feel those sit bones on your mat. And then lift your shoulders up to your ears. And on your exhale, let your shoulders come back and down, melt them down your back. Nice work. And then we're just going to start with a little breath practice here, a little box breath. So a box breath is an inhale for a certain number of seconds, and then a hold at the top, like a retain your breath, and then exhale, and then hold your breath at the bottom. So we'll do 4 seconds today. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop counting and let you breathe on your own. One more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Big sigh out your mouth. Nice. So we're always moving with our breath in yoga. So we're going to take the arms out to the sides and then inhale, lift the arms up. Then exhale, float the fingertips down. Take your left hand to your mat, take your right arm up. Big inhale. Exhale, reach over to the side. Feel the stretch through your waist, rib cage, shoulder. Reach those fingertips over, 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 and then come back up to sit. Then inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, tilt over to the side. Stretching through your rib cage, maybe turn your torso a little bit, kind of dial it up towards the sky, look under your left arm, and come back to center. Then we're going to take the left leg over the right. So take your left foot over the right leg and see if you can press your left foot down into the mat. And you don't have to have your foot touching the sole of your foot touching your mat, but you're going to work towards that. So maybe it gets there, maybe it doesn't. But you're going to take hold, kind of interlace your fingers and hang on here, and inhale, lift up, find length through your spine. And then maybe hug your knee as you twist on your exhale. And take your left hand, swim it around, reach behind your back. Nice twist. Maybe you want a little more. You can take your right elbow to the outside of the left leg. And then release that. And then we're going to switch. So take that left leg, cross the right leg over. And And then hanging on here with your interlaced fingers. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your spine. And exhale, twist around to your right. Always inhaling, finding length through your spine, and always on your exhale, you're going to twist a little deeper. Then on your next inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, float the fingertips down. And then we're just going to come to all fours. So we're going to take a little cat-cow. First, we're going to find length through the spine. So nice tabletop position. Look, check to make sure your knees are stacked underneath your hips and your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Maybe even take a peek between your knees and see that you don't see your feet. So you know that your shins are lined up, parallel. And then drop the belly, look forward, lift the chest, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Cow pose. And then round your back, cat pose. Spreading your shoulder blades nice and wide. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And curl your toes under, send your hips back. Feel that stretch through the feet. Nice stretch through the fascia of the feet. Maybe even rock your toes a little side to side. Rock to the outside, to the pinky toe, to the inside, to the big toes. And just feel the stretch through the feet. And then we're going to shift forward, come all the way to the elbows, and find yourself in Sphinx pose. So your forearms are parallel, elbows right underneath the shoulders. Lengthen. So pull your crown of your head away from your tail. Press your pelvic bone into the mat. Press your feet into the mat. Find length through your spine. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Press yourself up to plank pose. So really reach those heels back, claw into your fingerprints, take the stress out of your wrists, doming through the upper back, and then on your exhale, lift your hips up high and back, downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet, feel that stretch through your Achilles and through your calf as you reach your heel towards the mat. And then reach both heels to the mat, bend your knees, and bring your chest towards your thighs. Still pressing into those fingerprints, knees bent, so you have a nice straight back. You can peek at the video if you want. Notice the tail to the crown of the head, through the fingertips, nice and straight. So this is a perfectly acceptable downward facing dog. You do not have to have straight legs. You do not have to have your heels reaching the earth. Mine don't. It's just your anatomy. It's a matter of what kind of flexibility you have in your ankles, in your hamstrings. But you do want to find that straight back as best you can. And then we'll come down to our knees. Put your elbows down where your wrists were, and let your chest and forehead fall down toward the mat. This is heart to earth pose, puppy posture. Stretching through your shoulders. It's a big shoulder opener. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, it's okay. It can hover. Or maybe you want to put a block or a book or roll up a towel. There's always options, always variations for every body. Then we're going to come back up to all fours. Curl the toes under and send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And walk your toes together. And then lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. And then bend that knee and shift forward, shift forward, shift forward, knee to nose. And then step that foot up between your hands. If your foot lands here, and you need to use your hands even, no problem. You're just hanging here, breathing, waiting for the plane to go overhead. So right foot into the mat, spiking the left heel back, look forward, find lots of length, spike through that heel, feel that stretch. And then lower the back knee, we'll kind of heel toe the toes out to the right side of the mat. Your right toes can even come to the edge of the mat. We're coming into a lizard lunge. So both hands press into the mat. And you can just kind of feel what you got there in that right hip. Maybe you kind of open it out, close it in. Your left knee is bent, or you can lift that back knee. Lots of options in lizard, but we're opening the hips. Maybe you even want a little stretching pose. You can come down onto the knee and come down onto the elbows and see if that's available to you. It's always good to experiment. Be your own inner teacher. Pay attention to what feels right in your body. And then we'll come back up onto the hands. Curl the back toes under. Step the right foot back to plank pose. Walk the toes together and lift the left foot up, three-legged dog. Then we'll shift forward, bring the knee in toward the nose, shift, 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 shift. Upper body's in plank, squeeze the heel up to the glutes, and then step it up between your hands. Again, if you're here and you need to walk it up, you can, or maybe you get one giant step. And then we're looking forward and spiking that right heel back, trying to find that length from the crown to the heel. Squeeze your left knee in towards the midline, open your chest. And then lower down on that back knee. Take your left hand inside the left foot and lock that foot out. And kind of feel that lizard lunge there. And again, you can open the knee out and squeeze it in, open out, squeeze it in. Just see what's available in that hip today. Maybe you lift the back knee, really spike that heel back, look for that length and that space. Maybe you're staying down on your knee and you're coming down on your elbows. Always yogi's choice. It's always a variation that's acceptable, desirable, what feels good in your body. Every day is different. Notice how this side is different from the other side. And just breathe into that hip. And then press back up onto your hands. Curl the back toes under, lift it up, and then step that left foot back to plank. And we'll stay here again for a couple of breath cycles. Press into those fingertips. If you need to be down on your knees, that's always an option. Noticing your breath, noticing how you feel. Try to marry the effort with the ease. So use your breath as the ease while you're making the effort in your plank. Then peel the tailbone up, lift it up, 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 downward facing dog. Again, you can pedal out your feet. Find what feels good here. And then bend your knees a lot, look forward, take a little walk up to the front of your mat and find forward fold. In forward fold, it's always nice, especially the first one of the day, to just kind of go a little side to side, stretching out through the low back. Maybe you take opposite elbows with opposite hands. Just find something that feels right in your body, that feels yummy for you this morning or this evening whenever you're practicing. And then go ahead and step your left foot back, pivot on the back foot, drop the left heel down, and then leading with the left arm, reach all the way up and around, come into Warrior Two. So in Warrior Two, you're reaching into the outside edge of the back foot and you're sinking down into that front leg as much as you can. So maybe you're up here. If you can come a little lower, but that left leg is straight and fully engaged because you're pushing into the outside edge of your back foot, so you feel all that engagement here. And then your arms are out really strong, like you're really sending energy out through all your fingertips. And then you look out over your right fingers. Your navel is in, and you're resisting the urge to lean into it. So head over heart, heart over pelvis. You're keeping all this alignment and looking out nice and strong. Then flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back into Peaceful Warrior. And then back to Warrior Two. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Keep the belly pulled in. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. So right elbow to right leg, left arm up. And here again, we have options. So we can stay here, or we can take the left arm overhead. So you have all this length from the fingertips all the way down the leg to the foot. Or maybe you want to stay with the arm up and take the right fingertips down inside the heel. Nice straight arms, nice and strong. And then you're going to want to try to turn your torso. So you want to dial your ribs toward the front or toward your side. Almost like you're trying to dial your ribs up to the sky and look up at that hand. Pressing into that front foot, but not gripping in the toes. Inhale, lift it back up, tilt it all the way back, Peaceful Warrior. And then we'll cartwheel it all the way down. Plant the palms, step the right foot back to plank. And we're gonna shift forward, look forward. You can be on your knees if you like. Come all the way down to your belly. Then we're pressing into our pelvis, press into the top of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, pull the elbows back, baby cobra. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, press yourself up to plank or all fours. So you can be here in all fours or plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Then you're gonna bend your knees, look forward, make your way to the top of the mat, find your forward fold. And maybe even, again, grab hold of the elbows, a little side to side, shake your head a little yes, a little no. Maybe your hands come behind your ankles. Maybe you take your arms behind your calves and hold onto a wrist. Get yourself a little tighter into your forward fold. Your knees can be bent as generously as you like. They don't have to be straight, and never lock them. Always keep some little micro bend in the knees. And then fingertips to the earth. Step your right foot back this time. Find your low lunge. I'm just going to turn around so that I don't put my back to you. So spiking that right heel back, looking forward, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Lots of engagement in that leg. Press into your front foot, but try not to grip in your toes. Then drop that right heel, pivot on the back foot. Your right toe should be turned out at a 45-degree angle. And we're gonna lead with the right arm, take it all the way up and around, come into warrior two. Keep your navel drawn in, pull your shoulders down away from your ears, lift your sternum, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Engaging through the whole right leg, press into the outside edge of the right foot so that right leg is straight and engaged. And then come down into your left leg as much as is available to you. Then really reach energy through those hands, through the fingertips. Then flip that front palm forward, up and back, peaceful warrior. And exhale, warrior two. And inhale, peaceful warrior. Keep the navel in nice and tight. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to left thigh, right arm up. Maybe you look up to the sky, dialing your torso up. Or again, maybe your arm is up overhead, bicep by the ear. Feeling all that length from the fingers to the outside edge of the foot. Or maybe your left hand, fingertips are reaching down inside the left heel. Wherever you are, you're working to dial your torso up, forward and up. Pressing into that front foot, don't grip in the toes. Inhale, come back up, peaceful warrior. And then cartwheel it all the way down, plant the palms, stuff the left foot back to plank. Pressing into your fingertips, reaching the heels back. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either lower your knees or keep them lifted. Shift forward, elbows in, slowly come all the way down. Belly flops, welcome. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Press yourself all the way up to all fours. Swing your legs off to one side and come to sit on your mat. And then we'll take the heels, the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. This is cobbler's pose or bound angle pose. And then I like to hold my ankles or my toes, depending on the day, and use that kind of energy or traction to lift my chest, lift my sternum, but also pull my shoulders down. So lots of length through the spine. If your knees are up here, it's not a problem. It's just a different body, different level of hip opening. So be where you're at, be at peace with where you're at. Your body is just fine. Nothing wrong with it if your knees are up here. It takes time to get those hips open. All right, so we're lifting through the chest, pulling the shoulders down. Breathing, just nice deep breaths in. And you can breathe out through the nose or out through the mouth, whatever feels good. Then inhale, finding more length, growing taller. Then exhale, shift forward, squeeze your elbows in. Don't round your back. So your back is nice and straight as you shift forward, shift forward, shift forward, shift forward. As much as you can, feeling a stretch in the inner thighs and behind you, your glutes, your outer hips. And then round your back. Letting your head relax over, letting your back round, spread your shoulder blades wide. Nice stretch through the inner thighs. Nice release for the back. Then roll it back up. Take your left foot out to the side and bring your right foot into your inner thigh. Flex your left toes. See if you can flex your left toes so much that your heel lifts off the mat. And you can really feel that engagement in this quad. Pressing that quad, pressing that femur bone down towards the mat. Lift, pull the toes. Lots of engagement here. Then we're going to take the right hand to the earth. Inhale, lift it up, come all the way up onto your knee, your shin. Big reach, big stretch through the side. Flexing that toe or pointing the toe, whatever feels good. And lower it back down. Take your left hand to the mat, take your right arm up and over, big reach. Work to dial your chest up towards the sky. Those fingertips, and then come back up. We're going to switch it out. So bring the right foot in, left foot in, right foot out. And again, really engage that leg. So flexing the toes so much that maybe your heel lifts. Press your femur bone down into the mat. You want to really get this engagement in this leg. And then you're working to sit up tall. So maybe holding the ankle and using that to help you extend through your spine. And then you're going to take your left hand to the mat, take your right arm up, lift up onto that left shin, big reach, belly in, nice and tall, nice and long. And release it down. And then take your right hand to the mat, take your left arm up and over, big reach, big stretch, right toes flex. Left arm reaching up and over. And then we're going to unwind that. Bring the right foot in and come to a nice cross-legged seat, nice and easy. Sitting up tall, relaxing the shoulders down. Big deep breath in. And nice relaxing exhale. We're going to take the arms up overhead, big deep breath in, take the palms together, and then pull them down to your center, to your heart, to your sternum. Lift your sternum up to your thumbs. Maybe you take your elbows out left to right. Nice and strong. Big inhale, and as you exhale, relax the elbows down. So we're going to end here today. I want to thank you for joining me for practice today, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.